What's going on YouTube? I figured I would record a video. This is the tired face of a woman who's driven to and from Orlando in less than 24 hours. Okay? I ain't about that long drive in life. It is what it is. I am very tired because I decided to take a day and a half off from work to take my son to Halloween Horror Nights. It was the first time he'd ever been there. It was the first time I'd ever been there. And we had a ball. If you guys have never gone, seriously, you need to go. If you are into The Walking Dead, if you're into like those zombie type of things, just horror movies in general, you need to go. We only went into one haunted house, even though they had several of them. But let me back up first and explain to you what Halloween Horror Nights is. It's an event, in case you didn't know, that takes place at Universal Studios Orlando. So you basically purchase your tickets, or whatever the case is, and it starts like in the evening time. So if you picture, I don't know, maybe you can go online and view some YouTube videos, but basically Universal Studios, dark as all hell, fog everywhere, very spooky. They hire these actors and actresses to dress up like zombies because it was The Walking Dead as one of the themes. And these friggin' zombies are popping up out of bushes and behind buildings, and they're running up on you, and they're chasing you. I had a friggin' zombie chasing me. Hello? I'm Fluffy, okay? I'm meant for cuddling, not running, okay? Sorry. Nah, but I ran my little fat legs off. I sure did, because ain't no zombie bitch gonna be running up on me and think and Jelani, my son, Jelani, he took off running with me because, luckily, my child has the, black people DNA that when you see one person running, you take off running too? Yeah. So we both took off running down the street, and I was screaming. I didn't care. People looking at me like I was on crack. Y'all go to hell, because there's a zombie chick chasing me. Okay? Because they have several haunted houses that, you know, are dedicated to different types of themes. Some of the rides were shut down. So I haven't been to Universal Studios since I was in 6th grade. That was in 1990, none of your business. And when I went to Universal Studios in 6th grade, there were only 4 rides open. I think it was like E.T., King Kong, San Francisco Earthquake, and I think Back to the Future was open. Then there's also like a Nickelodeon Studios, and it gives you like the tour or whatever, because Nickelodeon Studios used to record Double Dare and all those shows there at the time. Yeah, real throwback, Double Dare. Forgot about that, didn't you? Dare, Double Dare, Physical Challenge. Mark Summers, yeah. Forgot about all that. But, you used to be able to do a tour and see how slime was made, which, tell y'all, just to kind of doodle on y'all dreams, slime look gross, right? Oh, it's just applesauce with green coloring. That's it. Who would have thunk it? So, yeah. So what else would happen? Oh, and they had like a little recording studio where you could, for like some cheap price, like $10 or $20 or something, you can record a song, like in a real audio studio, and they would save it on tape. Yes, I said tape. Some of y'all don't know what tape is. Ask your mama and your daddy. They will tell you what a cassette tape is. Don't let the sucker pop, because you are screwed for life. Unless you know some ghetto rig way to fix it. My brother knew how to do that stuff. I would just throw them in the box. I don't know how to fix it. Screw all that. Yeah, tape. That you had to make sure that that tab wasn't broken, so you could record things. And if it was broken, you stuck tissue in it, put a piece of tape over it, like cellophane tape. And when you were younger and you wanted to record songs from off of the radio, you would quick press record when the song start, and then quick press pause when a DJ come over with his over talking ass, and, you know, make sure his voice was not on the tape. But I digress. So basically, what the point I was getting at is this. Universal Studios has opened so many rides since 19... Okay? And I wanted my son to experience some of these rides. I wanted him to go on E.T. with me because I was so stoked. That was like the one ride, that and Transformers, that I was looking forward to going on. Unfortunately, E.T., that whole ride or whatever, that section, was a haunted house or a maze for one of the movies. I don't know, shows, whatever. I don't know. So we couldn't get to do E.T. So whenever I go back up there, for a daytime thing, I'll take him with me as well as my nephews, my nieces. I don't think the baby can go on anything, but my other niece can. Anyway, ADD is terrible. But we were able to go on the Transformer ride, which was spectacular. We were able to go on the Simpsons ride, which was pretty cool. Despicable Me, Men in Black, which I enjoyed immensely. And we went on this, it was in the Simpsons area. It's like the alien ride, and you sit in like the saucers and it spins you around. Kind of like the Dumbo ride at Disney World. It's like that, but you sit in like saucers. Now, because we went there so early in the evening, it was still kind of like the sun was setting. Because we went there so early, the lines for the rides were like non-existent. Like Transformers, the longest time that it took was for us to go through, because for some reason, to get into Transformers, you gotta go through hella like mazes and stuff. And this video is playing, and I don't understand everything. And my son is just standing out, and he's over there convulsing because he's like a huge Transformers fan, and he's understanding what's going on. He's trying to explain it to me, and I feel like I'm 80 years old because I'm not understanding any of this stuff. I really didn't understand the ride too much. I could identify Bumblebee and oh gosh, Optimus Prime. Oh, and the bad guy, Megatron. I think that's his name. Other than that, I don't know what all these other characters were. And my son is there screaming, "Oh my God, sideswipe!" and something else he said, and I'm like, I don't, evac, I think he said. I think he said we were evac. It was some kind of simulation thing. Oh, and we went on the Mummy. Y'all, if you're into roller coasters, please go on the Mummy ride. It scared me poopless. I lost my glasses, which my son became like Superman and grew like 5 arms or something, and caught my glasses because I already written them off. I'm like, I know my glasses are raggedy, but damn it, my vision benefits ain't kick in on my second job yet, and I can't afford to lose my glasses, but it is what it is. I guess I should have paid attention to the sign that said secure your glasses, huh? Anyway, the Mummy was spectacular. I am like a huge fan of the Mummy series, like the I think it's a trilogy. I think they only had 3 movies. I ain't gonna count the Scorpion King. I guess you're gonna have to. Anyway, but the Mummy movies are awesome. In particular, the first 2. Really, the first one was like the best. I could probably tell you word for word what happened in that damn movie because it was awesome. But the roller coaster ride for that was so cool. Imhotep was all over the damn place. He's shooting fireballs, and the skeleton, the soldiers, like the guards, they're popping up out the ground, and the scarabs, and it was scary, but it was extremely fast. One of the fastest coasters in Florida, and it was my son's first roller coaster ride. So I guess he figured, go big or go home, balls to the wall, and he thought he was gonna die, basically. I had to give him little tricks, like, you know, put your foot up against the footrest thingies at the bottom so you won't feel like you're gonna flip out, and make sure your bar was tight. I kept checking his bar. Forget about my bar, but kept checking his, make sure he was good, and a few times I kind of stuck my arm out to kind of protect him. You know, when you're a parent, you kind of, your automatic instinct, my coworkers and I were talking about this the other day, when the car stops suddenly, or you automatically stick your arm out like this to the passenger seat to hold your child. Mind you, they're in a seatbelt, but you just instinctively say, oh God, I gotta protect them. So that's how it was on the ride. It was kind of like, at one point I found my arm on his bar, and he's like, Mommy, let go, I'm good. I'm like, no, you're not good. I'm gonna just hold you right here. You're gonna be okay. I'm being flung all over the place. We're going sideways, and I got one arm on my bar, holding on to it for dear life and praying to Jesus. And you know, I'm pale, so my knuckles was turning white. And I'm holding him to make sure he's not going anywhere. The boy's secure. He's more secure than I am at this point. But I just, yeah. Because how would I make that phone call to my family that something happened to him on a damn roller coaster ride? But I am stoked because I have someone to go on these rides with me. Next year, I'm taking my oldest nephew. He just turned 13. So the trend that I'm going to start in the family is the first October after your 13th birthday, you go to Halloween Horror Nights. Because I think by then, they're old enough to know fiction from reality. They shouldn't be pissing their beds and having nightmares and such. So they should be good. But, my train of thought, I lost it. What I was getting at is this. The rides are freaking cute. They were cute. Some of them are cute. Some are awesome. The Mummy. I might go back on it again next year. Because I want to see my nephew's reaction is going to be. Because then again, you know what? It probably won't even faze him. The zombies weren't even bothering my son. We're walking through the streets, and I'm just like this the whole entire time. And I'm grabbing onto his arm like Jesus. And they're targeting me because I'm showing emotion. I'm showing fear. A guy runs up to my son with a chainsaw. And he's like, run, 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 run. And he goes, you. To which my son's like, you don't get the entire hell up out my face. Like, that's the look that he was giving him. And I'm looking at him like, you're not scared? And he's like, no, Mommy, I'm not scared. These people, they suck. They suck. They're horrible actors. I'm like, no. They are convincing as hell. These zombies were, like, dragging legs. And some of them had limbs in their hand. And some of them were topless. I will say this, though. Oh, God, please don't crucify me. Some of the zombies weren't putting much of an effort into it. Meaning, some of them walking like normal. Oh, and then, wait a minute. There were people who were there who were patrons, just like us. And these people looked so jacked up, we couldn't tell if they were zombies or regular people. Do you know how many times that happened? Do you know how many times I jumped and my son is like, Mommy, that's a regular person. And I'm like, oh, crap. Well, they have, like, handicaps. Like, some people have, like, you know, the leg that they were dragging behind them. And that's their handicap. And I feel so bad saying this. But they would approach us and I would start getting, like, and my son's like, Mommy, no, that's a regular guy. Like, he has a beer in his hand. He's just walking over. I'm like, oh, my God, that is so terrible. I couldn't help it. Okay, I could not help it. Now, I tried to avoid purchasing food at Universal Studios. But it gets to a point after all that walking, and we were in there for like maybe 5 hours by that point, and he was hungry and I was hungry. And I was like, man, we gotta get something to eat. And we purchased something. Mind you, I didn't get anything gourmet. I didn't get anything too special. I got a hot dog, okay? A beef hot dog. He got a hamburger, a plain hamburger. He didn't want anything on it because he's just boring like that. And we got some like french fries, some dried up looking curly fries. Oh, and drinks. Mind you, we didn't get a large. We would get like what McDonald's would have as like a medium or small or whatever. $25. When the lady rang me up, I said, ma'am, surely there has to be a mistake. There's no way. $25? $25. $25 for a hamburger, a hot dog, and some french fries. Yeah, so that I enjoyed myself. I really did. And next year I definitely will be going back. I will. But I want to be up there for more than 20 hours. No, we were up there for less than that. We were up there for 18 hours. Yeah, because the hotel we stayed at was literally right by the main gate. So, a tip for y'all. If you're going to do that and you're going to get a hotel that's close by Universal's main gate, catch a cab. Reason being, a cab is going to cost you like $8. To park there, it can range anywhere from free if you go there after 10 o'clock. But then it's going to be real thick by then. All the way, if you're going to pay, from $5 to $15. We'll just spend the extra dollars, $2, $3, and catch a cab. That way, it drops you off right at the main gate. You can get chocolate wasted while you're in there because they selling a lot of liquor, even though beers are damn near $8 for a Miller High Life. Really? A Miller High Life I can get at the liquor store for like $1.25. You guys are selling for like almost $9. Really? But people were buying them, and they were buying little Jello shots that looked like it was in a blood bag, like in a transfusion bag. It was so cute. And those were like $8. But I couldn't bring myself to spending $8 on a shot. Nah, I'm good. But yeah, catch the cab to Universal Studios. Drops you off right at the main gate, literally. And then you just catch a cab. There's cabs right there at the same main gate, all lined up. You just take it in and take it back. But the cab fare going back was less. It was like $5.60. So I haven't quite figured out that math. That's funny math. Like George Bush said, that's funny math going on right there. Whatever. Anyway, I was told by the people at the front desk, at the front desk of the hotel, that if you park at Universal, you got like a 25-minute hike to get from the parking garage to Universal. Ain't nobody got time for that. Listen, Imagine, I've been walking and running, because I told you run from the zombies too, all evening long because the thing goes until like 5 o'clock in the morning. And y'all expect me to take my tired self with my legs feeling like Puschetti, as one of my cousins used to say, not spaghetti, Puschetti. And you want me to walk all the way from the theme park to the garage? Nah, I'm good on that. I'm good. Yeah, that was that. Halloween Horror Nights. It was like 5 thumbs up. I thoroughly, like I said, I enjoyed myself. I went to one haunted house, the Walking Dead one, and that was only because there was hardly any line. We waited maybe 5 minutes. You guys know for Universal, that's like epic. That's something to write about in your diary. We waited a total of like maybe 5 minutes in the line, and that was it. So that was good. And it was really scary. My son didn't get it, though. Like, he doesn't watch the series like I do. So it was freaking me out. Like, they had the jailhouse scene from them being in the jail now. They have a scene for that. They had, like, things from the show. They had the little, dude, the governor. Okay, so y'all know, like, in season 3, was it season 3 we were introduced to the governor? I believe so. Well, you know this crazy so-and-so had the fish tanks with the heads and stuff in it, right? Bitch, they had that there, okay? They had the fish tanks. And we sitting there looking at fish tanks. His freaking daughter pops up out of nowhere with a bag on her head. Remember her daughter? Before Michonne killed her? And she popped around the corner. Ah! And then she ran back. Bitch. Ah! I damn near died. And my son didn't understand why. And I'm like, ooh, that's the governor's daughter. That's the governor's daughter when he went crazy and he was brushing her hair, but he had her chained up and okay. But yeah, other than that, I mean, it was pretty cool. A lot of drunk people because I can't with y'all. Y'all really bought those expensive ass drinks. Like, it ain't that serious. If I was gonna buy liquor, I couldn't eat anything for the rest of the night because everything was so freaking expensive. And I said I was not gonna do it. I was not going to fall for the hype, and I freaking did. Like, I bought food there. I still can't get over that. Man, I should have smoked on some Oreos or something. I can't. Okay, so that's it with Halloween Horror Nights. Thank y'all for watching us so far. Now, one quick thing. On my way from my brother's house home, there was a white van. I thought I was hearing like I had my music up. I was listening to Busta Rhymes Twerk It. Don't judge me. And I heard something that sounded like a cat. Like, you ever had a kitten? Maybe I've never had this before, but cats are dumb. And they tend to leave their kittens in places that they feel are safe. And some places could be your engine. And I've had an incident with that already. Don't want to talk about it. It was traumatic. But I thought I heard a kitten. And I'm like, am I hearing a kitten? And I turned my music down. I'm like, what is that noise? I hear a noise. About 2 lanes to my right, because I'm in the turning lane to turn onto a major road. 2 rows to my right in a lane going straight, there's a white van. It's what my son would call a pedo van. It's one of those white carpenter vans. If you're a carpenter or whatever, painter, whatever. That the windows are kind of like whited out, like it doesn't have windows, it's just panels. And there's a guy in the driver's seat, a black guy. There's a woman in the passenger seat, black woman. She's Jamaican. And she's basically emasculating this guy. Now I'm about to talk in patois, y'all, so I'll translate in a minute. She said, you know how long me I call you? And you dep on phone with man? Is what? You like man no? You like man? He? You like man? You's a batty man? You like man? And she's just like screaming at the top of her lungs. And y'all, for me to hear her with my music blasted, because I didn't have my son in the car, so I had the music turned all the way up. And I was jamming. For me to hear her over all that noise in my car, she had to have been loud. Dude, when I tell you, I turned and looked at him, and dude had the most depressed look on his face. Like, he just looked like, if I could shoot her and push her out the car, I would. And I'll push her hard. And maybe run over her as I push her out the car, something. He just looked like... So my question is this, and I'm going to leave it at this. Why y'all put up with that? Why? Men, women, I don't care. Why? Why do you guys put up with that? Why... Are you that afraid of being by yourself? This is what I don't understand. And a lot of times, too, guys will overlook a decent girl that's going to respect them and treat them as their equal or better. And they would rather pass up those chicks to deal with the chicks that are going to treat them like garbage. Kind of like how women deal with men that treat them like garbage, but will overlook the square because he's just too straight-laced or whatever the case is. What the hell is wrong with y'all? What is wrong with y'all? Why y'all want to challenge? I mean, not wrong being challenged, but not in a way where it's like, testing, like, my femininity or my masculinity. Like, she was talking to him. Like, I really had to stare up in the car to see if she was talking to her child. Because that's the tone she had in her voice. Like, I'm your mama and you my jit. And I'm going to talk to you this way and you're going to deal with it. And I'm looking in the car and I'm like, no, but they look like they be about the same age. Now, I know black don't crack, because she very well could have been his mama. But, nah, you going off on him about that? About being on the phone with mine and all this? If you feel he's cheating on you, then why don't you just leave him? Why are you sitting there emasculating him? Like, and if for you to do this in the van, loudly, in a public street, this means that you do this a lot at home. Why? Why? Is the makeup sex that good? Ciao, boo. Ain't nobody got time for that. So yeah, so that's basically all I wanted to talk about. Another day, possibly after Monday, I will discuss how a patient assaulted me at work. And I didn't even do anything to aggravate him to that point that he felt like it was necessary to assault me. But I'm going to leave on that cliffhanger. That's pretty much it. Like my videos, please. Comment. And subscribe. I appreciate it. Peace out.